What is up, guys? Sinclair Photos back at it again with the red Supra. We're out here today. It is absolutely gorgeous. The forecast said it was gonna be raining all day, but the Texas sun is a-shining and we got a lot to do today. So this video I'm gonna film is I don't want to say 5 because I don't even know if I'm gonna come up with 5. Just the top things that I dislike about the Toyota Supra, which all around is a great platform. I'm just making this video for any of you guys that maybe are thinking about buying one and want to know like the pet peeves, like the nitpicky things from an owner. I've owned the car I think 3 months now, so I've driven this car over 4,000 miles and I know a few things about what bugs me in this car. So let's hop in, go get some lunch, and then talk about everything I dislike about the 2020 Toyota Supra. Let's hop on in. Start her up. And I think your boy needs some gasolina. So I'm gonna have to do that as well. And in true Manny Koshman fashion, we got to warm up those tires. Ooh, baby. Nothing like a Supra pull in the morning. That's very nice. And the blow off is sounding extra spicy this morning. So I guess we can just start off the things I dislike about the Supra with the gas gauge on the left over there. As you can see, we're at 1 bar and we have 78 miles, which is still quite a bit of driving to do whenever I'm driving, at least. The top like 5 bars are very deceiving. They go by super duper fast, but if you get on this last bar, that thing lasts forever. So I usually drive around on the last bar until I get to like super low fuel reserve, which I know you probably shouldn't, but I know my car, so it's okay. Just as I was mentioning how unreliable the gas gauge was, we are now miraculously back up to 2 bars and 84 miles after I've driven probably 2 miles. So I mean, if you want a car that gives gas to itself as you drive, this is the perfect car for you. But if you want one that accurately tells you how far you have to go till you cannot go anymore, it's a bit temperamental. But I mean, I'm always happy with a few extra miles here and there. Alright guys, before we go any further and get to our spot, I'm just gonna fill up the old gas tank for my rest of my journeys I'm doing today. So we're gonna pull up, put some good old 93 octane in her, and then we will continue everything I dislike about this car. Another one! Oh, you can't see it. There's another red Supra. Time to sell. Jeez, $3 a gallon? I ain't never seen that before. Well, it might actually be time to sell the Supra. I can't afford the gas. My goodness. Alright guys, $30 later. Supra's full. And now we can go to our secret undisclosed location that we've been to a few times before and really go over everything about this car. My goodness, look at that. 6,000 miles on the Supra already. I've put 4,970 miles on this car, and let me say, I've loved every single one. This car rocks.
The next day.
Alright guys, it is a new day. We are out here, fresh pair of clothes. We got the Supra posted out here. Couldn't go to the spot I wanted to yesterday because we had a car show to film. You guys already saw that video, but today we're gonna go into everything I dislike about the Toyota Supra. We already did number 1, so we're just gonna go ahead and hop to number 2. The top of the door on this car is extremely low, so if you're a tall boy like me, getting into this car is a little bit difficult. As you can see, you can bonk your head really easily right there. But I mean, in the time that I have had this car, I've been able to kind of keep the head bonking to a minimum. That's the second thing I dislike about this car. This part is just really freaking low. And also, if you ever do get pulled over, which I have been one time in this car, you have to like look down Like, squat your head down and look up at the person that's talking to you, and that's kind of annoying. So if they just made this a little bit higher, there's plenty of headroom once you get in the car, but I just don't know why this door thing is like up to my ear. So that's the second thing I don't like about this car. Now the third thing I don't like about this car is the placement of the wireless charger for your cell phone. That thing is tucked so far back up in there, and it's in such an awkward spot. If I want to go from here, my hand doesn't fit. If I want to go from up top, my hand fits, but then it gets stuck by this metal or this plastic piece right here. If the passenger wants to come in, they come in from this way. They can't get in here because of this plastic piece as well. So I'll go ahead and throw my phone in there. It's super easy to get it in, but once you have that thing in there, it's like, it's really awkward to get out. Like the driver, you ain't getting it out through the driver. So it's pretty much for the passenger, and it's just very, very annoying. Now, you can take it out and then take this thing out. You could pop this plastic piece out and then it really opens it up, but then you throw your phone in there and it charges, but then when you're driving around, it just starts sliding and it gets off the charger, and it's super duper annoying. But I don't really use it that much anyway, so I pop it back in there. We're good to go. Now the fourth thing I hate about this car is the freaking auto start stop feature. That thing bugs me more than anything else in this car. It's probably the number one thing I dislike. It doesn't remember that you don't want it on, even if you have like a certain driver profile active. So every time you hop in the car, you're gonna have to either remember to turn it off, put the car in sport mode, which automatically turns it off, which I don't feel like driving in sport mode all the time, so I'm not going to do that. And it's just super annoying because you'll come to a slight stop, and then maybe the light turns green immediately once you get there, like it always happens, and the car like turns off and then turns back on, and like stops the car and then it jerks it, and then you roll forward again. That's super duper annoying. I wish they would at least do some sort of like software update to where it would remember on your driver profile you can set on your car. For like driver 1, I don't want the stop start feature on. Driver 2, maybe they do. I feel like that would be something they could add in the future, and I don't think it'd be that hard. But the button for it is right here, and yeah, it's super annoying. I don't like that button at all. Car manufacturers, stop it! And probably the final thing I dislike about this car is the cup holder placement. This stuff, if you have cups in the cup holders right here, you can't do anything right here. If I want to put my arm down, maybe I put the cup back here, you bonk the cup whenever you're trying to change your drive mode. You put a cup here, you have to like do this awkward like over the top thing. If you have 2 cups there, good luck. Touching this stuff, you have to come in like this, maybe hit the sport button, maybe do the parking brake, maybe put it into drive. I don't know. It's super annoying, and they could have put those, I guess. I'd rather not even have them and maybe have like a center console and have a cup holder down there. But I mean, this is a sports car, and I guess not everyone's gonna have a cup, but it's like sometimes when you're going on those long road trips, you just need your Starbucks, you just need your Dutch Bros, you just need something to sip on while you're doing that long drive. So on the way home from College Station, I always have a drink with me, and then it's super awkward whenever I'm trying to change gears or come into park or something like that. So I know that won't probably change ever, but I mean, it's just kind of awkward to have the cup holders here and have such a short distance from the cup holders to everything else you need to drive the car. And now for my final pet peeve about this car. I didn't think that this would happen on a $60,000 car, but ignore the drippage right now from the Street Hunter wing. I have to properly install that. I messed up. I think you're supposed to bore these out, but as you can see, it's dripping, so we need to fix that. But I don't know if it's just my Supra or if it's all the Supras, but even before I had those there and it rained, all of this would just be soaking wet. Water would be all in there, and it was super annoying. I'd wash the car, and then I'd open the trunk up, and the water would just go everywhere. So I'd have to re-dry pretty much the whole car. So that's super annoying. I don't know if it's just defective, but it seems there's only like weather stripping around the outside edge of the actual trunk itself. So this seems to be like a water channel. So I would think these wouldn't get wet, but it's literally like all in here gets wet whenever it rains. So if any other Supra owners have that issue, let me know if I'm not the only one. But really, nothing is too bad about this car to make me say I wouldn't want it. This car has been amazing for like the 3 months that I've had it. 5,000 miles on the car, and many, many more to come. Believe me, we're doing a huge road trip. I haven't decided where I want to go to yet in the US with this car. I'm thinking East Coast, because when I get the Bronco, I'm gonna do a West Coast road trip with that. Let me know where you want me to go in the comment section below on our road trip for the summer of 2021. I'm really sick and tired of Houston. The cops are tripping here. The car meets have gone downhill exponentially, which is why you've been seeing some Dallas content here and there. But in the summertime, I have a lot more free time to go wherever. I really want to do a Miami trip. I want to go to the Triple F Collection show up in Columbus, and maybe visit New York. Who knows? But we need to put some miles on this car before the Bronco comes. So let me know where we should go in the comment section below, baby. And if any of you guys are Supra owners and have similar pet peeves, or maybe you have one that I didn't mention, let me know as well. All around, this car is a beautiful, beautiful car. Amazing driving experience, and I honestly wouldn't want anything else to be driving this summer, baby. So if you liked the video, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video.